Запрошуємо до слова полковника.
Now we give the floor to Colonel Dmytro Hutsulyak, Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, spokesperson. Good afternoon, everyone. During the last 24 hours, the situation at the line of confrontation didn't change significantly. Our servicemen yet again record increase of activity of Russian occupation forces, especially in the Donetsk sector. At the same time, it is worth noting that there were no casualties among servicemen of the armed forces of Ukraine during the last 24 hours. Now, about this and other information. In the Lugansk sector, 7 shellings were recorded. The biggest activity of the enemy was recorded in the evening and at night. The enemy used grenade launchers and small arms of different types and calibers, and also the weaponry of IFVs. 3 times our positions came under enemy shellings in the region of Lugansk and twice in the region of Troitsk, and also the enemy delivered fire near Novgorodsk and Stanitsa Luganska. In the Donetsk sector during the last 24 hours, the enemy 40 times opened fire in the direction of the positions of the armed forces of Ukraine. The enemy used all the spectrum of small arms and grenade launchers of different systems. In the region of Avdiivka, occupants twice delivered fire with the use of 82mm mortars. In the direction of our servicemen, they launched 5 mines. Enemy delivered dense shelling of our defenders, most often in the region of Pavlopil, Avdiivka, Vodyane, and Shirokina. Also, from the side of the enemy, the fire was delivered in the region of Verkhnyataretsk, Dgnutova, Kamenka, Marienka, Piski, Talakivka, and Butivka mine. 39 out of 47 enemy shellings of our defense positions were identified as precision ones. In 10 instances, in order to suppress blatant enemy, the servicemen of the armed forces of Ukraine were forced to return fire with the use of small arms. In the result of enemy shellings, no Ukrainian serviceman was wounded or injured. According to information provided by the main intelligence department of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, Russian Occupation Command increased combat capabilities in units and large units of so-called army corps, increasing their number by accepting to service persons with criminal past. Now it is allowed to sign contracts with persons on conditional discharge without taking into account the severity of the crimes they committed. Moreover, Russian Occupation Command promises to this category of persons to lift their previous conviction in case of their participation in combat tasks. At the same time, young people of military age in the temporarily occupied territories of the Donetsk and Lugansk oblasts continue to differ from so-called military service in units and large units of Russian occupation forces. In connection with this, military commissariats of pseudo-republics intensified measures of search and reinforced control over exit of conscripts from settlements in which way they live. Yesterday, on the 26th of March 2018, Trilateral Contact Group with participation of representatives of separate regions of Donetsk and Lugansk Oblast adopted a statement in which it reiterates full commitment to comprehensive, sustainable and unlimited ceasefire starting from 30th of March at 0 hours Kiev time. Trilateral Contact Group stresses the importance of adoption and adherence to relevant orders on ceasefire, efficient use of disciplinary measures in instances of violation of ceasefire regime, rejection of offensive actions and reconnaissance operations, non-use of fire, including return of fire, including strict prohibition to deliver fire in direction of settlements and from the side of the settlements, and to ban the placement of and use of heavy weapons in the settlements and near them, and also prohibition of shelling of facilities of civilian infrastructure, including schools, kindergartens, hospitals, and public premises. It is worth noting that each agreement on ceasefire was strictly observed by our defenders, servicemen of the armed forces of Ukraine and other military formations of Ukraine. Units of Ukrainian army will strictly adhere to the Minsk agreements in the region of operation in the territories of Donetsk and Lugansk oblasts, ensuring implementation of all measures for maintaining sustainable ceasefire. Do you have questions? There are no questions. Thank you.